Relax. It's ASMR. Hello everyone. Well, today's video is an unboxing, as you can see by all these boxes in front of me. I have focused for the last few years on improving the audio of my channel through microphones and software and different things. And I've purchased some stuff throughout the last probably year or two focusing on that. But this is really the first time that I am focusing on upgrading something for the video portion of my channel. I purchased a web camera probably 3 years ago, something like that. And that's kind of the last thing I purchased for visually changing the abilities that I have for my channel. But that's about to change because I have in my hot little hands here a new camera that I'm hoping will help me be able to shoot different types of videos. So let's get into it. It's obviously very small, and that is one of the advantages that I like about it. And I'm really excited about learning how to use it and the different ways in which it can help me improve my channel and expand my repertoire, as it were. So, slowly cut open this tape here. It's had a long journey from China. And it's pretty simple as far as the unboxing goes. We have one level here. We will get rid of that. And here we have the actual product. The Osmo Pocket by DJI. And I had never really heard of this company until I saw reviews of the Osmo Pocket. They also are very big and kind of got their start in drone technology. And so they've taken their expertise in that area and applied it to a movie camera that is basically a handheld Steadicam. And that's what really attracted me to it, because it opens up avenues that I have not been able to explore before. My camera that I use now, that I'm shooting this with, is a Sony NEX-HN, which is an awesome camera. But it's probably just about as old as my channel. Maybe 1 year younger, so probably maybe 5 years old. It's starting to show its age a little bit. So I was looking to replace my camera, and I have some very good prospects for that. That may happen later on in the year. But while I was searching, I came across the Osmo Pocket. And I instantly started thinking about ways in which I could use it. So, like I said, it's pretty small in its footprint. I wonder if this just slides off. Looks like it's pretty solidly wrapped around here. Oh, it also has a little sticker here keeping it affixed to the box. Okay, now let's see if it'll slide off. There we go. Okay. So it is compatible with Mac and the iPhone and Google and Lightning and USB-C and all kinds of different things. Here we have, thank you. More information. Visit different sites, online store, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You may check out their YouTube channel. And they have a QR code to scan for something. So, it's pretty nice packaging. We have even more stuff hidden underneath. Osmo Shield. This is their warranty product, which I purchased because this is a camera that just doesn't sit static. It is made to be used and taken on the go. So, here we have the camera. Pretty basic. We have a little carrying case here. And right now it is full of the manuals. And it looks like a charging cable here and some little desiccant things to keep everything dry. And it has a little diagram here on the side about how to use it. And then that brings us to the camera itself. So it is remarkably small. It's a little smaller than I thought, but it is heavy. It has a lot of heft to it, especially from like here to here. A lot of the weight is here at the top of the camera with all of the gimbal mechanisms. It moves pretty freely through all of its axis of motion, but it hits a stop on each one so that it only goes so far, but it will go all the way around. So here we have another sticker that tells us about the two different buttons down here. And then we have like a charging port here, and then a place where the micro SD card goes. So that is the basics of the camera. And as you can see with all this gimbal stuff here, it will maintain a horizontal position or whatever position you put it in while you're moving the camera around. So you can walk, you can run, you can mount it on something, and it will maintain a Steadicam type consistency to your footage. And it will also track you so this can be stable and you can walk around and it will follow you back and forth. I'm very excited about that feature. I have a few videos planned that hopefully will be able to use it after I test it out and understand all of the things that it can do. So this is a nice solid case. It's not just a little cheap protection. This stuff is really stuck in there. There we go. So that will provide quite a bit of sturdy coverage. And this is a nice thick rubber closure. And it shows putting it in, looking at the diagram here. Like that. So it fits, and then that goes over top. Nice. I really like that. The lens and everything is protected. The buttons are all protected. But it has a hole down here so you can charge it while it is in the holder. That's pretty awesome. And you also have access to the SD card slot while it is in the holder as well. Very well thought out. So here we have a lanyard so that you can hang it around your wrist. Here we have some cables. Let's see what we got here. We have two little adapters, and we have your charging cable. Pretty standard looking. Okay, so here we have two different manuals. Seeing what quick start guide. Okay, so this is just the quick start guide, and this is the disclaimer and safety guidelines. So this is all of the legalese. They've put in a separate manual so you don't have to wade through all of that in many different languages. We'll put that over there. Okay, so this is the quick start guide. It has an app. I'll need to download that on my phone. So it has, the Osmo Pocket is a handheld gimbal camera that combines mobility and stability in one device. It shoots sharp 12 megapixel still photos and stable videos up to 4K 60 frames per second. The onboard touchscreen displays a live feed from the camera and can control camera and gimbal movements. The mobile device connects to the DJI Minmo app, where professional quality videos can be created in story mode. Intelligent mode, such as active track, panorama, and time-lapse, give you everything you need for the perfect shot. So we have the camera, the tilt motor, the roll motor, and the pan motor. Ventilation area, which is right around the connection to the body. Status LED, shutter, record button, micro SD card slot, microphone, USB-C port, power function button, microphone, universals port, and touch screen. So this shows you how to use the micro SD card. Talks about the buttons, charging, storing, and then it repeats for the next language. So this is very basic information. I'm assuming there is more information online to be had. It wouldn't be surprising. So the charging is pretty basic. But the other thing that is really neat about this is its ability to plug into your phone and use the phone as a larger screen. So there are two adapters. This looks like a USB-C. And this is an iPhone Lightning adapter. And what it does is you move this out of the way, just a little spacer in there. And then this plugs in the same spot. Make sure I'm doing this correctly. It's a pretty tight fit. There we go. Which is good because you don't want it to fall out. And so now this plugs into the end of your phone and you can use it as a monitor and further controls. And I'll do that in a little bit. I'll probably do a video once I've kind of learned how to operate it and everything, how it works. I'll do a video about using this camera. And then hopefully I'll also have some sample video to show you of what I've been practicing on. So that is the camera itself. Now, let's see. If we put this away, yep, that slides right in there. And that's a little bit exposed, but you can hold it with the adapter on it. It's pretty neat. Okay. So what else came, or what else did I order? These came separately, didn't come together. These are filters that go onto the camera. Compatible with DJI Osmo Pocket. Trying to open it up here. There we go. Because this is not a camera that has a whole lot of sophistication as far as changing the aperture and stuff like that. It's pretty fixed as far as that goes. So the only way to really change the amount of light coming into the camera is to put one of these filters over the lens. And it's showing an arrow pointing down. I'm trying to get it open. There we go. So this has 4 lenses. There's space for 4 more. I just started out with these. I may get the other ones as time goes on. But each one of these blocks a progressively more or greater amount of light coming into the camera. And that will allow you to have more flexibility, especially on bright days or days with lots of snow or something like that where there's light bouncing around. So we have one is for partly cloudy days, and it also reduces glare. Normal sunny days and reducing glare. Bright sunny days and reducing glare. Very bright sunny days and reducing glare. So each one of these is a, let's see, a hybrid filter cuts light by 3 f-stops and removes unwanted reflections from natural surfaces such as water and glass. It is ideal to be used during partly cloudy days. The other one is the hybrid filter cuts out by 4 f-stops and removes unwanted reflections. The next one cuts it by 5 f-stops, and then the final one by 6 f-stops. So we have a little bit of control as far as the amount of light coming in, and they are just magnetically attached to the lens. You can see they're quite small, and they just snap onto the front of the camera. And then we have a little cleaning cloth there. That's nice. Okay. And I put that back together, but I think it's probably going to make a loud snapping noise, so I'll hold off on that. This box is also kind of heavy. And let me open it up here from the bottom. This is a separate purchase that I made through Amazon. They had several different options as far as accessories that come for the camera. This one looked to be the most versatile and durable. That was the two things that I was interested in. This is made out of metal, so it is sturdy. We have a bag here. Doesn't look like we have a whole lot of instructions, so hopefully we can figure it out. But basically this allows you to mount the Osmo Pocket and hold it securely to the side of your iPhone, as well as provide a handheld solution so that you can more securely shoot videos. So that goes on there like that. And then this screws into the back like this. It's got a little thing to help you do it by hand. I don't know what you call this little handle on either side of the screw. Okay. Seems to be a little bit of rust on that screw, but so this part holds your phone, and it's got a spring that's pretty stiff, so it definitely will hold it very securely. And then this will hold the Osmo Pocket so that it's not just dangling off the end of your phone by this little connector. And this is a handle, and it is also a tripod. So you have a lot of functionality here for shooting. And this is an Allen wrench for this here. I guess this is to increase, these are pretty stiff right now. If you wanted to loosen these up, you could. So this way you can hold it, have your phone, have your camera. It also has a cold shoe mount. You could put a light in here or a microphone or something like that. And you have a little bitty mobile video camera setup, complete with light and microphone and everything. So as you can see, this is a little bit different than the type of setup that I have now. It's quite a bit different, actually. But I'm hoping that I can use this for some different types of video. I'm not quite sure exactly how I want to do it. I don't know if it's something that might be kind of just more like a vlog. I don't know how ASMR that would be. I have some binaural microphones that I can wear like headphones that might provide a nice soundscape while I'm doing a mobile vlogging. So I'm not quite sure, but I'm definitely going to test a lot of ideas out. If you guys have any suggestions or ideas about neat ways that this might be used, let me know in the comments. I also want to try to use this for shooting videos in my car. I have a front-facing dash cam that you've seen in several of my driving videos. This will allow me to have a video shooting inside the car, possibly shooting my face or out the window or something like that, to provide just another camera angle for the videos. So, I have a few more things coming. I obviously need a micro SD card that is being shipped, as well as some accessories that can go to the camera. Well, I have another box that just came that is related to my Osmo Pocket that I have here. This one was in transit behind the other one by about a week. So I was waiting for it to come in so I could finish up my unboxing of all the different things that I got. So hopefully at the end of this video I will also be able to show you some test footage or some training footage that I've used. So hopefully at the end of this video I'll be able to put in some kind of test footage that I've shot using the Osmo Pocket. So I've had it about a week now, a little less than a week. And I've been able to shoot some things on it, kind of trying out its different functions, realizing how much I need to learn about it and how to best use it. So I may talk about that a little bit when I show the video. But for right now, let's get into this new set of things. Okay. This is the Osmo Pocket expansion kit. And I also got a second adapter for my iPhone, just in case I misplace the other one, because this is a tiny but important component. So I think I'm going to leave it in this package so that it takes up more space and it's more obvious when and if I need it. So I'm not going to open up this right now, but you can see exactly what it is. It is a replacement for this component right here that allows it to connect to my iPhone. So let's get on to the main attraction here, which is the expansion kit. Convenient little tab here that tells us to open. Nice packaging. Kind of hinges open and stops right there, presenting you with the three components. We have a control wheel with two buttons and a little switch here that will allow us to control the camera more easily with just one hand. We have a piece that clips onto the side, or clips actually around the component, and allows us to attach it to other things. And then finally we have a base stand that also doubles as a Bluetooth connection to the camera. So these are the three kind of first expansion components that DJI has released. They have others on the way. We have a nice little package here, kind of slid down on the side, that I assume will have documentation. And the rest of this is empty. See if I can get it back down in here. There we go. So they've made this box similar in size to the box of the Osmo Pocket, so they kind of stand together. So now, let's see what kind of goodies we have in here. We have some documentation on how to use the three different items. And we also have a micro SD card that we can plug into the side, and this will be a backup for me as well. I purchased a higher capacity micro SD card as my main storage device. So this one will be kind of a backup. This is only 32 gigabytes. This one is 256, which is just amazing to me that they can fit that much on a small little card like that. So we have the wireless module, we have the controller wheel, and we have the accessory mount. So the wireless module is pretty simple. The Osmo Pocket wireless module provides a wireless connection for your Osmo Pocket in your mobile device, making shooting more flexible and convenient. The wireless module also serves as a charging mount for the Osmo Pocket. So this can sit on a shelf. I can plug in the USB-C plug here and then put the Osmo Pocket on it like this. Fits down rather snugly. And it gives it more stability and can charge it. And then I can also connect to the camera wirelessly. And I'm assuming that means that I can control the camera Connect the Osmo Pocket to the wireless module as shown below and power on the Osmo Pocket. The status indicator will glow red. Launch the DJI Minmo app and select Osmo Pocket in the wireless connection device list. Alternatively, select the Wi-Fi network named after the Osmo Pocket and its serial number and input the default password. The wireless connection is established successfully when the status indicator on the wireless module turns solid green. So this is not only a Bluetooth device, but it is also a Wi-Fi, which is good because Bluetooth is kind of limited in range, whereas Wi-Fi is a little bit more robust. And it looks like the rest of this is just other languages. Pretty basic. So that's a nice addition to my camera. Then we have the controller wheel. The Osmo Pocket controller wheel can be mounted on the Osmo Pocket to control the movement of the gimbal. So we have a control dial, an axis switch, button 1, which can switch between tilt lock, pan axis follow only, and follow, both the pan and the axis follow, and the FPV mode, all 3 axes follow. Button 2, press to change the camera's orientation between forward and backward. When Osmo Pocket is not in FPV mode, hold to lock the gimbal's current altitude and release to unlock. When the Osmo Pocket is in FPV mode, hold to recenter the camera. Sounds like it will take some getting used to. The controller wheel can be mounted whether the Osmo Pocket is powered on or not. Do not operate the control dial while connected to the controller wheel of the Osmo Pocket, otherwise the gimbal may drift. In that case, tap on the Osmo Pocket screen and go to Settings and select Dial Calibration in the Accessory menu. So, it sounds like I need to learn how this works. But basically, it fits on here, and as you can see, it gives me another set of buttons and another set of controls on this side. So I've got to learn exactly what all that means. Then we have the accessory mount. It's pretty basic. The Osmo Pocket accessory mount enables the Osmo Pocket as a hands-free camera, which can be mounted to a helmet, handlebars, chest strap, and other objects to give more flexibility when shooting. Now it shows a universal port and the clip that fits in there like that. So it can only be oriented one way. So this comes out. This notch fits here in this groove. And then it clips in. Rather tightly. Very tightly. I don't want to break anything. There we go. So now it can be attached to various different things. And I have some ideas of some of those things I want to attach it to. So then this releases here, and it comes off. So that's all it takes to start it up. It's very quick. It's ready to go. You can see here the screen that gives you a little bit of indication of what is being shot. And I don't know if you can tell from the top, but the attitude of the head stays the same relative to the horizon, regardless of how the camera tilts back and forth or side to side. So in the footage that I've shot so far, it has done an amazing job of smoothing out my jostling of the camera while I walk. It's not 100%, There's still a slight little bob up and down like this, but everything else this way and this way is completely done away with. So I'm very happy with the results I'm getting, and I probably need to learn how to just smooth out my gait so I'm not so jumpy. But you can also control the tilt of the head, and even more so with this. When that goes on there, you'll be able to do much more with keeping the camera still and moving the head around to get the shot that you want. I also have that ability when I hook this up to my iPhone. There's a little joystick button on the screen, and I can move it back and forth and control where the gimbal is pointing the camera. So I think these are really great additions that I'm going to be putting through their paces in the next few days. So I'm going to put some video at the end of this that I shot with the Osmo Pocket. I may not put a whole lot, but I'll put some. And then I'll be doing some commentary on it. I may do a longer video about that and make it a separate video, but I'll at least put a clip or two at the end of this so you can see the output of the camera. So what I'm showing here is just some test footage that I took at a festival in my city. It's a food truck festival. So I tried out a bunch of different things with it. I got better at it as the day went on. So this is some footage from near the end of the day. I got better at handling the camera, understanding what it could and couldn't do. As you can see, it really smooths out the jostling of the camera when you walk with it. You can just barely perceive a little bit of bob up and down as I'm walking. These settings are all on the auto setting. I just wanted to see what it would look like straight out of the box. I set a few things like preferences on how the camera moved and how the gimbal behaved when you moved it, but I kept all of the exposure settings on auto for this go round while I was focusing on other things. And the reason there's no audio here is because they were playing loud music from a radio station or a DJ. And so if I included the music, it would get a copyright strike on this video anyway. And in some places it was also very loud. So like this part where I'm speaking to the camera, you couldn't hear me anyway because it was completely drowned out by the music. But the test was how well it would follow my face and how well I could interact with the camera in a natural manner. I don't know that I achieved that, but that's something I can work on. So that pretty much is a nice example of a beginning step in learning how to use this camera. So now I'm going to go back to the ending of my first unboxing and wrap up the video with that. Let me know what you think. I'm really excited about this. I'm going to charge it up and start to put it through its paces, do some research on that, and then shoot some test video. So there's lots coming up, so please subscribe so you can see the evolution of my getting to know and understand this camera. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.